Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified Security Specialty. You can download the complete list of AWS-based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on Certified Security Specialty is: what is AWS security groups and how do they contribute to network security? Your answer should be AWS security groups act as a virtual firewall at the instance level, controlling inbound and outbound traffic for one or more instances. They help enhance network security by allowing you to define rules that specify the type of traffic allowed or denied based on protocols, ports, and source or destination IP addresses. Our next interview question is: how do you monitor and analyze logs for security incidents in AWS? Your answer should be to monitor and analyze logs for security incidents in AWS. You can use services like AWS CloudTrail, Amazon CloudWatch Logs, and Amazon Guard Duty. CloudTrail provides logs of API calls and related events. CloudWatch Logs allows you to collect and store logs from AWS services, and Guard Duty analyzes logs to detect malicious activity and unauthorized behavior. Our next interview question is: explain the concept of data encryption in transit and data encryption at rest. Your answer should be: data encryption in transit refers to the process of encrypting data as it is transmitted between systems or over a network. This is typically achieved using SSL/TLS protocols to ensure data confidentiality and integrity during transmission. Data encryption at rest, on the other hand, involves encrypting data when it is stored in storage systems or databases, protecting it from unauthorized access in case of physical theft or unauthorized access to storage devices. Our next interview question is: what is the principle of defense in depth and how does it apply to AWS security? Your answer should be: defense in depth is a security strategy that involves deploying multiple layers of security controls and measures to protect against different types of threats and vulnerabilities. In the context of AWS security, defense in depth applies by implementing various security layers such as network security, that is VPC, and security groups, access controls, that is IAM, resource policies, encryption, that is KMS and SSE, monitoring, that is CloudTrail and Guard Duty, and incident response, that is Inspector and AWS Config. Our next interview question is: how do you protect against data breaches and unauthorized access to AWS resources? Your answer should be: to protect against data breaches and unauthorized access to AWS resources, you can implement the following security measures. Enforce strong authentication mechanisms using IAM, including multi-factor authentication, MFA, and strong password policies. Implement least privilege access controls to restrict access to only necessary resources and actions. Use encryption for data at rest and in transit to protect sensitive data from unauthorized access. Regularly monitor and audit access using AWS CloudTrail and AWS Config to detect and respond to unauthorized access attempts. Our next interview question is, what is the AWS Artifact Service and how does it assist with security compliance? Your answer should be AWS Artifact is a service that provides on-demand access to AWS compliance reports and the other documentation. It assists with security compliance by providing access to AWS compliance reports such as SOC, PCI, ISO, and HIPAA, as well as compliance validation documents to help customers understand the security and compliance posture of AWS services. If you are preparing for any AWS based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.